And so, the man that dubbed himself the wickedest man alive, right? He called himself the Beast 666. And of course, I'm referring to, as you will know out there, Aleister Crowley. Right? Aleister Crowley, he dubbed himself the wickedest man alive. And his most famous motto, right? So we see all the celebrities wearing his t-shirts. They have his sayings on there, the Harry Styles and, Jay-Z, the Beatles, all these celebrities, right? But you see, Aleister Crowley, he was most famous for those words, "Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law." Right? So to do what you want. And of course we know that this opens the door for pedophilia. Right? This opens the door for blood ritual sex magic. Right? Opens the door for all their satanic practices, that they have tried to incorporate amongst modern day society. So if "do what thou wilt" shall be the whole of the law, then let me ask you this question. How does that differ from once saved, always saved? Because that means that we can't lose our salvation, right? That means that we can't, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, right, we can't lose our salvation. But you see how when we measure this up, right, to the satanic practices, of Aleister Crowley, right, what they were teaching and what they teach amongst their secret societies, right? Do what thou wilt. Do you see how all these two sayings are almost very synonymous with each other? Right, so can we now see, brothers and sisters, how this is crept into the, modern day church paradigm, right, that we see out there? So what they practice, what they teach, lawlessness. And we can see how that lawlessness has now crept into the church, because they say, the 10 Commandments, the same 10 Commandments that Christ was teaching, right, these commandments are done away with now. That means that, we don't have to. If we want to say once saved, always saved, then we don't have to keep Christ's commandments. We don't have to keep his teachings. So I hope that you can see out there the similarities, between these two teachings.